Luffy did something unprecedented in the anime. The Seraphims are more ruthless than ever, and Uncle Kazuru is just overpowered. The wait is over and the king of anime is back kicking down the door. The episode kicks off with Dawn breaking over Egghead. And by the way, the animation has never looked more beautiful. In a small town, people ran out to grab the newspapers falling from the sky, and the front page headlines shocked the entire world. First, they said Grandpa Garp had vanished, and then they claimed that the newly named Yonko, Luffy of the Straw Hats, had taken hostages in Egghead. Over at Makino's bar in East Blue, no one believed a word of it. As the tension rose, the mayor told everyone to stop the drama, saying Garp is a legend and wouldn't go down easily. But the little rascal laughed again when he saw Luffy's face in the paper. The mountain bandits were terrified because coming back alive from the scientist's island is nearly impossible. But Dayton told them to shut up while she wondered what Garp and Luffy were up to. Even she was crying. Out of nowhere, the birds started fleeing from something strange, and everything began to shake. Things got so wild that after the earthquake came a tsunami, the biggest tremor in history. Even Laboon almost got swept away. People screamed to run for the hills, but it was already too late. And of course, the only ones 100% safe were those motherfucking celestial dragons. The quake happened 6 days after the Lulusia kingdom was wiped off the map, and the Marines said there's now a massive hole in the ocean where Lulusia used to be. And if you watched the last video here on the channel, you know who caused all of this, right? With the quake triggered by Ima-sama, sea levels rose 1 meter across the entire world. In the land of the girlies, the non-binaries, whatever the term is now, people panicked because the beaches vanished along with several sunken islands. Sharks were swimming into people's homes, but the fishermen just thought it was a great day to fish. Meanwhile in Egghead, a fleet of 100 marine ships with over 30,000 soldiers was positioned under the command of 9 vice admirals. And don't forget Uncle Kizaru, who showed up to set fire, or light, to the water park. Fire would go out in water, light might shock the water, right? Anyway, taking Egghead wouldn't be easy because Sarah Connor's Sea Kings were wrecking the weak-ass Marines, until Kizaru showed up to crash the party and blasted a hole through poor Giraffe Boy's chest. Sentomaru shouted not to attack the marine weapons, but the crazy dude said it was all their fault. Then after working for like 10 seconds, he went to eat some chicken-flavored ramen. The island was packed with Mark III pacifistas led by Sentomaru, and Kizaru kept insisting he should surrender and return to the Marines. But Chubby Boy said if they tried to invade, they'd catch hands. He explained that Vegapunk made the pacifistas lasers based on Kizaru's powers and never imagined he'd one day be used to destroy his own master. But the Admiral said that studying the Void Century is a crime even for him, that he's just a pawn of the government and didn't want to kill his best friend. All of this because Luffy stopped Rob Lucci from chopping off Vegapunk's head, but the newspapers told a different story. They claimed the Straw Hats had taken Dr. Vegapunk hostage and raised a giant barrier. The sneaky old Saturn loved the lie that Morgans made up. The government, which said the 3 CP0 agents and the rest of the crew were captured by Sentomaru, and with the barrier up, no one comes in or out. Saturn asked about the scientists and workers on Egghead, and a Marine reported they'd all been evacuated. So the old man ordered all the ships to be sunk, just in case one of them knew too much. The undercover guy also said Bonnie was with the Straw Hats, but Saturn ignored it and told them to let her live since she's just a little girl. After that, Kizaru's soldiers intercepted a call from inside the island, and the Admiral used his Den Mushy Apple Watch to listen. It was none other than York calling Mary Geos, asking why the Gorosei wanted to kill her too, since she was the one who handed over the Stella to them. But the old geezers didn't care. They said she's a Vegapunk too. York replied that if she cared about the Void Century, she wouldn't have spilled everything to them. The old dudes asked a bunch of questions, and York laughed, saying Egghead belongs to her now. She threatened the Gorosei, saying she's got all the Seraphims protecting her from any funny business, and asked if they really wanted to go to war with her. Another one standing up to the elders. Their authority is slipping. Then Jupiter responded that they'd changed their minds and asked if she also knew how to create the Mother Flame, the same bomb that wiped out Lulusia. York laughed again, saying she knew they'd need her. The only Mother Flame factory is on Egghead, so if they destroy the island, they lose the ultimate weapon. The Gorosei agreed to protect York and even gave her the title of Celestial Dragon. Then she asked if they could get her out of there already. Everyone was confused, hearing her cry and scream that Luffy was going to kill her. Then comes the ending music to build suspense, but the episode still had a bit of time left. Luffy was munching on a huge chunk of meat, and Zara wanted to know what to do with York since she was useless. York kept screaming for them to take down the Straw Hats. Even Nami had her weapon aimed and ready to blast the giant blonde traitor. Luffy suggested using her as a shield to escape, and the crew was so chill that Sanji-senpai made pancakes for Bonnie. Robin was all messed up, but Chopper was taking care of her, and she'll be fine soon. Thanks to Robin, Vegapunk was still alive. No one believed that Glutton York had tricked all the Vegapunks. God Usopp said there was no way they'd get off the island, but Luffy gave a big OL grin, grabbed the Den, and charged at York saying they'd use her to get out of there. Bro, One Piece came back swinging, and our pirates are making York regret ever being born. Comment down below if you want me to bring the next episode of One Piece. Let's break YouTube with comments. Don't forget to drop that awesome like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching till the end. And that's it. See you in the next video.